This is definitely the first project that I've ever done where I incorporate so much of my own musical taste and musical personality without having to respect a composer or a certain genre or even other musicians. You know, it's free but also daunting when you're playing on your own. And this is a kind of a self-portrait where I turn the lens around, and instead of looking at a composer or looking at a specific style, I look at what's here. The nice thing about this project is that I could really experiment. I could experiment with what I play and also with some techniques of changing the sound on the piano. So of course there are tracks where I play on a normal sounding Steinway. And then for some tracks we tried something special. So you'll see I use my hands inside the piano where I physically mute or dampen the string with my hand while I'm playing this side. So, but I love that sound of it becoming so muted. On some songs we did what people call a prepared piano. So in other words, before recording we put some pieces of cloth over the strings to dampen it in bigger sections and make a very muted sound, like a oud, almost sounding Middle Eastern in a way. And for one song in the treble regions, we put a little chain over the string, so that vibrates and has a sort of a bright, distortive, almost cymbal-like sound with the melody. And then the fantastic recording engineer Peter Auret suggested something else, that I actually play with earphones, with in-ear monitors, where we add a lot of reverb to the sound. So it all of a sudden feels like I'm in this cathedral playing with long echo and wonderful prolonging of the tone, and that worked really nice. And then we also added some delay where the note that I play gets repeated like an echo. So hello, 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 hello. And that was the most incredible thing, to have this in my ears. And what was so strange for the people present in the theatre, they couldn't hear that. So it's just this one note and then another note. But in my ears, so much is happening. So I could really experiment and go into a completely different musical space and improvise on that. So I had a lot of fun. I was fortunate enough to grow up with a Steinway in our house. I always wanted to perform and entertain people and play, and there was this piano, and it became my vehicle. And years later, I was really fortunate to become a Steinway artist, which just means that they recognize that this is my brand of choice and my preference to record and perform on. So I'm very lucky in that they have this relationship with me. And that's the reason why I chose a Steinway that I know, and one that was right for this project and had that warmth of tone and responsiveness that I needed to get inspired from the instrument as well. So that as soon as I play, I get something out of it, which becomes the impetus to improvise more. So I'm very happy to have recorded this project at the Etienne Rousseau Theatre. The piano and I sort of come a long way. I've performed here a lot. It's interesting, this is not a new piano, but I'm also not as young anymore, so it's kind of similar aged instruments. Although I sit alone on stage and improvise for this project, it's definitely not a one-man show behind the scenes. And having a good piano technician who can prepare the piano and make sure I sound good is crucial. So there, I was very lucky to have Rudolf Strydom prepare the piano. And the actual recording of this project is obviously the most important thing, because that's what's happening here. Somebody is actually capturing these moments so that we can have it forever. And Peter Auret and I have come a long way. This is, I think, the 4th recording project that we've done together. And he's an award-winning recording engineer and producer, and a fantastic drummer who also plays in my trio. So it was great to have somebody on that side who could listen with a very open ear and not be judgmental, and sometimes nudge me in a direction if he liked something and said, "Oh, that was good, try more of that." So I'm forever grateful to these important people who make this project possible.